Hey, so how do Christianity, Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism all combine to create a unified, holistic systems understanding of religion, philosophy, metaphysics, and create a sort of an understandable, straightforward path for how to proceed with life, how to know what's good, what's bad, what's right, what's wrong? How do all of these ways of thinking and systems passed down over time combine? Well, that's what I'll be sharing on here today. So, as most of us in the West are more acquainted with Christianity than the Eastern religions, um, I, I was specifically raised in a Catholic community. Not super intensely, but it was what I was around all the time, what I was exposed to my early years programming. And the Christianity angle does not go super deep into metaphysics, right? Into consciousness, into direct experience. But what it focuses on mainly is devotion and love and morality and um, and God and faith in God and trusting God and surrendering to God. I feel like these are really the greatest value points to be extracted from analyzing Christianity. Um, Jesus's teachings, the main teachings that were extracted and brought back to us and perpetuated over time by the religion, is mainly those things. It's mainly love your neighbor. Love is the answer. God loves you, and love is the way. Act out of love, not fear. Feed the hungry. Service to others. The golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Love your neighbor with all your heart. The Ten Commandments, what things are evil, outlined in there. And believe in God, have your faith in God when you don't know what lies ahead. When you seem to be powerless in a scenario, just it's okay to give up, surrender completely to God. So understanding that your power is limited, and there is a power greater than your own that is making all of this happen. Those are the central tenets, of Christianity. That surrender, that love. What is love? How to act out of love. Service to others, etc. And so, it's really repeating and harping on the fact that love is the way, love is the answer, love is the truth, love is life, and there's no life without love. And that is the ultimate truth, right? And so it's about getting those reps in. Christianity focuses on this devotional aspect, pray every day. That's sort of like the meditation angle, right? That's Hinduism has yoga, and other meditations and breath works, and Buddhism has the Vipassana. Taoism, says to meditate and all that, and Christianity has the prayer, devotion, and service. And so now, if you were, exposed to Christianity first, like most of us in the West, then what the goal is. What is moral. What the truth is. It's love. That's me. That's the answer. That's the way. Of course, Christ is the way. Christ consciousness, love. And so then the Eastern traditions come in. The Eastern traditions, like Buddhism, I'm going to focus mainly on Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism. These three modalities go into specifics with, okay, So we know love is the answer. We know love's the way. Live righteously, and great things will happen to you. But how exactly do you do that? These religions go deep into the philosophy, the metaphysics of existence, the nature of our experience. Because understanding the nature of our experience allows us to deduce and become very skillful at subtle analysis, at finding these subtle aspects of our experience that we can be adjusting towards love. These micro adjustments in our behavior and our words and actions that we can make to be more loving. These Eastern traditions have the framework, a very logical, systematic framework for how to understand how to live in this way, to have a system for breaking down and analyzing behaviors, thoughts, and actions, to know, so that you can always, within yourself, not needing any external source, you can find what is the right course of action in any given scenario, to stick to your goal of abiding in love rather than fear. So, for example, Buddhism has the meditation path to enlightenment. They have central teachings about what are the core aspects of our subjective sensory experience, and they have the methodology for analyzing our experience and developing a system to expand our consciousness, to make it easier to abide by the law of love, or the law of one, and to live the way that Jesus taught. Hinduism goes deeper into how does this take place on a biological level. A lot of it is how to engineer the human system biologically in a way that is very conducive to the expansion of consciousness. The yoga, the diet, the way of speaking, other practices. Hinduism is just rich, full of practices and knowledge on ways to live, ways to be, just doing normal things, but doing them consciously rather than unconsciously. That involves this subtle level of analysis, of making those micro adjustments towards love, because those micro adjustments really count for a lot. They really do. If you're fully committed to living the law of one, to embodying love, then those micro adjustments to your behavior to live more out of love than fear become everything. They become super important. They become your joy. That's the fun of life, is that you can always be expanding and improving your perspective. And then Taoism, also comes in with this just super impactful, poignant wisdom of, the deep philosophy, answering those deep questions that, Jesus would, of course, answer, but normal Christianity today will not answer satisfactorily for hardly anyone. Taoism is just so great for that. Is just and Tai Chi being a part of that umbrella, an incredible modality for meditativeness, for developing the body and the mind, for the expansion of consciousness. So you can think about it like this, that Christianity sort of brings the love aspect, the love polarity, the feminine, right? That pure energy, devotion, surrender, letting go, and just focus, repetition on the truth of love without needing to understand it logically. And then the Eastern traditions, Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, come in with, okay, now how do you apply that? How do you live that systematically? There's a way, and it's complex. So if you had to figure it out all on your own, it would take lifetimes. But there's been lifetimes of people before you who have analyzed the system, written it down, and made it very learnable, very accessible and digestible, and easily integratable. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it, but you get my point. And so that's sort of the wisdom side, the wisdom, the masculine side of the polarity, to the feminine love side of the polarity that Christianity brings. And so the combination of these modalities and traditions and philosophies is incredible, amazing. And for the well-rounded spiritual seeker, learning all of these is a great gift, extremely useful, develops very deep systems, perspectives, and they're all very valuable. And of course there's other religions that have a lot of value too. All the archetypes presented, available, have some sort of unique experience, unique knowledge to be gained from the experience of those things. So yeah, that's really the main point of this video, is to outline the, from a systems perspective, how those philosophies can be united in one's perspective and one's holistic approach to spiritual development, to consciousness expansion, and to self-actualization, becoming what you know to be true, embodying love in every aspect of your reality. The systems are already there. We're very lucky we get to participate and explore the systems made before us. So yeah, I think that's that. Thanks for watching. Leave comments, questions, ideas down below. Anything you want me to talk about, put it down there, and I'll talk about it. So thanks again. Bye.